Well, hello and good morning. I am the Prince of Positivity. Welcome back to my channel. Those of you that have liked and subscribed, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm at the beginning of a very long journey to 1 million subscribers, but you've got to start somewhere, right? And so before I continue the missive that I'm going to go on this morning, I have to absolutely give credit once again to my open. That was the late, great Tupac Shakur, and of course his How Do You Want It? So, this is day two. I told you I'd be right here regularly with you seeking answers. Again, I have to always say it, I'm probably going to open with this every time. I am politically independent. I really am. I'm not conservative, I'm not liberal, I'm not progressive versus right wing. I am politically independent, and I am a man who is seeking answers. I believe in logic, and I believe in facts. So, how do you want it? How do you feel? I am seeking Trump truth. So, this is my inquiry. Um, how are you feeling out there? And I'm appealing especially to voters who voted for the President of the United States. We are now almost 2 months in, and I'd like you to put your finger up and tell me how the wind's blowing and how you feel about how things are going on. So far we have domestically several thousand workers that have been fired by the administration. And of course, there's always a cascading effect on the economy and local economies in various places. So, how's it going? Are you happy with that policy? I am still waiting to get information on this. What else is going on? We have an individual who was arrested. He was legally here on a green card. It was a permanent residency card. So he's here legally, came to the United States legally, and he's been here legally. And to my knowledge, the gentleman has not committed any crime. And now the State Department has arrested him and is seeking to deport him. Is that okay? Are you fine with that? Does that perhaps give you any sense that this could be a slippery slope against the First Amendment, meaning free speech? When you start to limit the speech of one because you don't like what that person says or like what one group says, is that a possibility that now it can be, shall we say, politicized to the point where all speech can be prohibited based upon who it is that's saying it because you don't like them saying it? I mean, help me out. I am looking for input. I want to have an intelligent inquiry. Next question. Allegedly, we weren't going to be meaning the United States, was no longer going to be in endless wars, and there was not going to be the America being the world's policeman. I heard that a lot during the run-up to the election. Now, I don't believe any Americans were attacked. American soldiers were not attacked based on the last several days that I heard of, so maybe someone can enlighten me on that. But I believe now we are at war with Yemen to protect shipping in the Red Sea. Call me skeptical, but I'm not sure how that is of direct interest to America first. Also, America is sending something like, I think it's $4 billion with a B, $4 billion overseas to one of their Middle Eastern allies. That's a lot of money, $4 billion. But we were having problems, remember, America First, as far as our own budget deficits, which is one of the reasons that allegedly we're trying to shrink the government, because we don't believe the government is being efficient, fraud, waste, abuse. Those were the allegations and so forth. So, okay. I mean, I'm willing to listen. I'm just positing these things out there. Let me see. It seemed to me that last I heard, the stock market was still crashing. Now, what do they know? That usually let me put it this way, usually the stock market portends problems when those that really have money and those that have wealth on that level are pulling their money out of the market. Why is that? Is there some concern there that we should have, meaning as the average Joe, so to speak? And if you're confident, please come and share it with me. So, that seems to be where we are. It seems to be that I'm still here waiting for questions, but I'm going to be very patient. I am always grateful and thankful for those of you that have been viewing. My viewership is up. I just checked the metrics, and I'm very appreciative of all of you that have stopped by and have at least viewed. You haven't written a comment yet, because I will respond to your comments, but you have viewed, and so that is a positivity, and that's who I am. I am the prince of that. So those are just a few of my thoughts for today. This is Seeking Trump Truth, Day 2. And I'm going to be back here in a couple of days. I'm going to take a lay of the land and see what some of the issues of the day are. Those were the top ones that just came to mind today. I was looking at the news and just seeing what's what. Another thing that just came to me, just as I'm closing this out, to a lot of my, again, fellow Americans who are Trump supporters, and again, I'm seeking your input. You're aware of all of these tornadoes. I think there were 40 tornadoes that have struck all across the heartland. And when I say the heartland, I mean anywhere from Texas all the way through up and down all those states along the Mississippi River in the middle of the country, all through the South. Many of you, in fact, most of those states were all solidly supporting the present occupant of the White House as president. You are aware that when you shrink the federal government, that means less money and disaster relief for things like FEMA, which the present administration has said they either want to shrink or eliminate altogether. So how do you feel about that? Especially now that your states have been really, literally rocked by natural disasters. Farmers, between the tariffs, between tariffs that are coming against you, meaning against the United States, where they're literally targeting your industries, plus shrinking of things like USAID, where farmers would also get largesse from that as far as your profits, and to keep your farms afloat. I mean, what are you getting for your support? I mean, is it working out for you? Again, I'm just a man asking questions, a man seeking truth. Trump truth. Again, I have no dog in this fight. Again, I remind you that I literally am the Prince of Positivity, so I am an independent politically. Don't lean left, don't lean right. Boom, stay right here in the middle. That's where I am naturally. but I do believe in facts. So, at any point, when you think about it, I'll be here. I'll be waiting. I'll be checking my responses, and I'll be happy to engage with you. So, please let me know when you know. And I'll close with one of my favorite themes. One of my favorite themes. I love this. Kind of gives you that heroic vibe, like we're going to accomplish something and we can do this together. That's from my friends over at ABC News. That's their theme, so you always have to give credit. So once again, I am the Prince of Positivity. And with that, I'm out.